Hello friends, my name is Sunil Sharma from CareerStop. In this tutorial, I am going to teach you how to answer behavioral job interview questions. Behavioral interview questions or situational type interview questions assess what you would do in a given situation. And if you watch this tutorial from beginning to end, I will tell you the best way to answer these type of tough interview questions. To help you achieve that, this is I'm going to cover. I will give you an explanation of what are behavioral job interview questions and how to answer them correctly because there is a correct way to answer them. I will also give you a list of common job scenario based interview questions. I will give you suggested top scoring answers to help you to pass your own job interview. So 3 very good reasons why you should watch this video from beginning to end. Before I get into the tutorial, a very quick warm welcome from myself. My name is Sunil Sharma. That's me in the center of the screen. I'm an Agile consultant and I have helping people for the last 2 years to successfully pass their interviews. And I always do that by giving you top scoring, great answers you can't find anywhere else. On that basis, please make sure you subscribe by clicking the button below the video, and then you won't miss out on any of the weekly videos I am uploading. You can connect me on LinkedIn if you want. I have put my LinkedIn link in the description below the video. I would also appreciate your support if you gave the video a like. Please hit that like button because that tells me you enjoy the content and I will create more for you. Thank you very much. Behavioral job interview questions are often used by interviewer during the job interviews. These type of strategic interview questions require you to provide the interviewer with an example situation that you experienced in professional work environment. Behavioral job interviews questions focus on work situations that you experienced in the past and how you respond to them. The way you respond to these questions tell the interviewer more about your work methods and ethics. The answers you are going to give to behavioral interview questions should be very brief yet detailed. They should highlight your skills and strengths as regard the position you are applying for. To help you do this effectively, make sure you paint a scenario. Tell them what you did in the scenario regarding the actions you took and the final results you got because of your action. It gives them an insight into what you are capable of doing. It's always a tricky, and so you should be extra careful when giving your answers. When the interviewer asks you about the specific situations, the most efficient way you can answer is according to the STAR interview technique. Friends, if you already know the STAR interview technique, you can skip this part. The STAR methods allow you to provide the interviewer an answer by logically walking them through the situation. It is important that you give your interviewer answers in the form of a story, and you need to structure the story logically. STAR is an acronym that stands for a situation, your task in that situation, the actions you took, and what results you got based on your action. These are the necessary steps you take in your walkthrough. It allows you to efficiently demonstrate the teamwork skills, abilities required for the position, and what the interviewer wants to see. This is the STAR interview technique. Start with S situation. This is the first step where you describe the situation around which the event occurred. T is for task, where you give a detailed description of a task you were assigned along with the difficulties or challenges you might have faced. Then action. Tell them what action you took to overcome the challenges and get the task completed. Results. Explain how the results help become a success for the company. Give them a detailed step-by-step breakdown of each process. Why employers ask teamwork questions? Teamwork questions are used to assess if you like to work on a team, how well you work in groups, and what role you tend to take on in team projects. For instance, if you are a team worker, a specialized, a mediator, or a coordinator, or a follower. Another reason why interviewers focus on your teamwork skills is that they want to know if you are easy to get along with. There are several ways you can respond to teamwork questions. The most important thing to focus on is providing specific examples of times you successfully perform on or manage a team. You need to remain positive and able to explain why you value teamwork. The very first question is, describe a time when you were part of a team and had to perform a task you had little or no experience in doing. In my previous position, my manager had to unexpectedly leave for 6 months due to a medical condition. Because of this unexpected turn of events, our director asked me to step in as an interim manager. At the time, I was familiar with the basics of management and what my managers was looking for in our team because I worked with her for quite some time. However, I was certainly not trained to be a manager yet. I accepted the interim position because I enjoy challenges and was confident enough to think that I could do it. I gathered the team and told them about the situation we were in. Also, I asked them to cooperate together as well as possible and that we had to get through this period together. Furthermore, I asked another manager to coach me during the process to make sure all projects would stay on track and the team would stay productive. We managed to get through the 6 months very well and all the projects were finished on time. When my manager returned, she was very pleased with the work the team delivered and I even got compliments from our director. My performance led me being promoted to team manager myself at the end of that year. Why this is a strong answer? This example shows that you are not hesitating when uncertain events occur, but also that you possess teamwork skills and leadership potential. The provided example is relevant and directly related to the question and teamwork in general. Furthermore, it shows that you are able to adapt when a situation asks for it. This answer shows important skills such as being proactive, stress management, problem-solving skills, teamwork, and creative thinking. The choice of taking up the task of interim manager turned out successful, which gave more weight to the situation. We will into teamwork question number 2. Tell me about a time you had difficulties working with a manager. In my previous job, I worked with a team manager where I initially had difficulties getting along with. With regard to my job performance, I got less feedback than I got from other managers in my career, which made it difficult to meet expectations at times. This made it hard for me to evaluate my performance as well. In the beginning, we had some disagreements, but these were based on misunderstandings. I requested a meeting with him and asked if he could provide me more direct and specific feedback on work that need to be done. He understood what I asked him, and from that day on, we were on the same page in terms of expectations. We had a successful working relationship for over 3 years after that meeting and worked together on multiple projects. Eventually, he got promoted and I got a new manager to run the team. What I learned from my previous experience is that I should take time to discuss management styles with new managers and make sure that expectations from both sides are clear. Why this is a strong answer? The provided example is an honest answer about a difficult time with a manager. Furthermore, the answer described how you proactively approached the situation to successfully resolve the situation. This gives the answer more weight. Behavioral interview teamwork question 3. What's your opinion on teamwork versus individual work? My 5 years of experience in different sales positions made me comfortable working with a team as well as working alone. A lot of sales meetings are one-on-one with clients who are good to discuss detail discreetly, but I definitely understand the value of teamwork too. Creative sessions within our sales team really benefited my approach to sales strategies, setting targets, and general best practices. Also, having a team behind you can create greater confidence among the team members because they are always someone that can advise you in certain situations. Why this is a strong answer? The provided example is related and relevant to teamwork. This answer shows that you understand the value of teamwork in determining, but also that you are also proactive when you need to work alone. Behavioral interview teamwork question 4. Tell me about a time when you had to resolve a conflict within the team. How did you handle it? What was the result? Situation and task. At my previous job, my team manager asked me to develop a software implementation plan. The system we used was outdated and needed to be upgraded. The goal of this task was to work together with our development team. Our team manager gave us 3 weeks to develop this plan. After discussing this with our development team, they immediately indicated that 3 weeks would be insufficient to create such an implementation plan. I went to my team manager to discuss my findings and what the development team said about it. He told me he understood it, needed more time, and asked to provide him the plan as soon as possible. After 3 weeks, I got an email from him to provide him the plan within 48 hours because he wanted to present it to the board of directors. This caught me off guard because I notified him about the situation. I went to his office and brought up what we have discussed 3 weeks earlier, but he could not recollect extending the project deadline. Action. I was a bit nervous when I read his email, and of course I disagreed with what he said, but I was able to stay calm. The development team told me that we needed at least 5 weeks to create our implementation plan, so we were 3 weeks in. Instead of starting an argument about the deadline, I thought it would be more constructive to walk him through what the development team and I already came up with. We already made a framework on what to do, implement, and how to implement it. After walking him through the plan in more detail, he was happily surprised about the work already done. I proposed to deliver him a more detailed outline in a report the day after. Results. By demonstrating my problem-solving skills and ability to work under time pressure, I was able to provide what he needed to present to the directors. He was very pleased with the strategy I chose to go with and the cooperation with the development team. He told me that he specifically mentioned my efforts during that meeting and made it clear that I was responsible for this new strategy. We finished our plan after the 5 needed weeks, and the new software systems was implemented soon after. At the end of the year, I got promoted to team manager myself. Friends, please do not forget to subscribe and hit the like button because that tells me you enjoy the content and I will therefore create more for you. Thank you very much for watching. I wish all the best for passing your job interview. Have a nice day. Please wait for part 2 of this video. Thanks.